Today, without thinking about it, you took a few thousand steps to the kitchen, to the door, around the room. It felt like nothing. The most boring thing your body does all day. You barely noticed a single step. But behind those plain little steps, a hidden chain reaction is firing through almost every system you own. Your brain starts brewing a growth chemical. Your blood pressure quietly drops. Your blood sugar gets pulled back in line. A hidden fat starts to burn. Your joints get oiled. Your mood lifts. And not one bit of it asked your permission. You just walked. That was it. You did nothing special, and your whole body quietly went to work for you. So here is the real question. What is daily walking secretly doing inside your body? We are going to climb 7 hidden levels of change, one step at a time. By the end, you will know exactly how many steps you really need, and you will never call a walk boring again. Level 1 starts at the top, in the place you would least expect a walk to reach, your brain. The moment you start moving, your working leg muscles flood your blood with a fuel called lactate. That lactate rides your bloodstream all the way up and slips straight across into your brain. And there it triggers a kind of fertilizer for your brain cells, a protein called BDNF. Think of BDNF as miracle grow for your mind. It helps your neurons grow, connect, and survive. And low levels of it are tied to memory loss and brain fog. It is also linked to low mood and feeling down. So a simple walk literally helps build a healthier brain. Movement, it turns out, is brain food. There is even a region tied to memory, the hippocampus, that can physically grow larger with regular walking. In a famous study, older adults who walked regularly actually reversed shrinkage in that part of their brain. They did not get a younger brain by accident. They walked their way there, step by step. Walking can lift the very same fog that some pills are made to fight, and we have barely left level 1. Step up to level 2 and drop into your chest, where the most loyal muscle you own is listening. Each time you walk, your heart beats a little harder and pushes blood through every vessel you have. Over time, that gentle workout teaches your vessels to relax and widen, and your blood pressure falls. High blood pressure is called the silent killer for a reason. It does its damage quietly with no warning at all. And walking is one of the simplest things on earth that quietly pushes that number back down. Just 20 minutes of walking a day is tied to up to a 30% lower risk of heart disease. Think about that. No gym, no pills, no special gear. Just putting one foot in front of the other, your resting heart rate slowly drops too. A stronger heart does the same job with fewer beats. And here is little Pip, a single red blood cell, finally getting a clear, open road to race down. A healthy walk means cleaner, smoother roads for Pip and trillions of cells just like it. Level 3 is the one almost nobody knows about, and it works best right after you eat. After a meal, sugar floods your blood, and normally it spikes high and then crashes hard. That spike and crash is what leaves you tired, foggy, and reaching for another snack an hour later. But take a short walk instead of sitting, and your working muscles open their doors and drink that sugar right in. Moving muscles can pull sugar out of your blood without even needing much insulin to do it. In studies, a 10-minute walk after eating dropped average blood sugar from around 136 down to 128. Even 2 to 5 minutes of strolling counts. Your muscles do not care if it looks elegant. That gentle curve, instead of a sharp spike, means steadier energy and far less strain on your body. Over the years, that one small habit can quietly lower your risk of type 2 diabetes. Quick question for you. Do you sit right down after meals or take a little walk? Tell me in the comments. I am genuinely curious. Now subscribe right now, because level 4 breaks a myth almost everyone believes about walking. Most people think walking wears your joints out, grinding them down like old machine parts. But your joints are the opposite of a machine. They are alive, and movement is exactly what feeds them. Inside each joint is a slippery fluid, and walking pumps it across your cartilage like oil over a hinge. Your cartilage has no blood supply of its own. The only way it gets fed is when you move. Each step squeezes fresh fuel through it like pressing a sponge in and out over and over. So sitting still actually starves your joints. Gentle walking is what keeps them young. Walking also builds the muscles around your knees and hips, the natural shock absorbers that protect them. So the people who walk the most often end up with the joints that hurt the least. The opposite of the myth. Level 5 drops down into your belly, where a quiet traffic jam is waiting to be cleared. When you sit for hours, your digestive system slows to a crawl and everything inside backs up, but every step you take gently jostles and massages your insides, nudging that traffic along. Walking literally helps move food through you, which is why a short stroll can ease that heavy, bloated feeling. And those trillions of friendly bacteria living in your gut, regular movement helps keep that whole hidden city thriving. Those bacteria help digest your food for you, and they even make chemicals that talk back to your brain. So a daily walk does not just settle your stomach, It quietly keeps your mood and your gut in tune together. A walking body is a flowing body. Nothing inside you was ever built to sit still all day. Level 6 is the one you can feel the fastest, sometimes in a single walk. Your mood. We have all felt it. You go out tense and tangled, and somehow you come back lighter. Walking releases a gentle wave of feel-good chemicals, easing stress and quietly lifting anxiety. In one large review, hitting around 7,000 steps a day was tied to a 22% lower risk of depression. And here is the part scientists did not fully expect. Walking makes you more creative. A Stanford study found that walking boosted creative thinking by an average of 60% compared to sitting. It barely mattered if they walked outside or on a treadmill. The act of walking itself opened the floodgates. This is why so many great thinkers swore by their daily walk. Your best idea might be one stroll away. Level 7 reaches the most dangerous fat in your body, the kind you cannot even see. It is called visceral fat, and it hides deep in your belly, wrapped tight around your organs. Unlike the fat you can pinch, this hidden fat is different. It quietly pumps out signals that stress your whole body. This is the fat tied to heart disease and diabetes, even in people who look perfectly slim. But here is the good news. Visceral fat is also the first fat your body burns when you start moving. Studies show regular brisk walking can measurably trim your waist within just a few weeks with no crash diet at all. The fat you can see is just a nuisance. The hidden fat is the real threat, and walking targets it first. Now close your eyes for a second and picture this. It is the end of a long, heavy day. Your shoulders are tight, your head is full. Every part of you just wants to sink into the couch, but instead you put on your shoes and you step outside into the cool evening air. For the first few minutes your mind is still racing, but your feet keep moving anyway. And then, somewhere around the corner, something quietly changes inside you. Your breathing slows, your shoulders drop, the knot in your chest begins to loosen, and the problem that felt impossible an hour ago suddenly does not feel so heavy anymore. You did not fix anything, you just walked, and somehow that was enough. So when do all these changes actually kick in? Let's walk through the timeline. Within the first few minutes, your mood lifts and your blood sugar starts to settle. Within a single walk, your creative thinking spikes and your stress eases. Within a few weeks, your resting heart rate drops, your waist shrinks, and your joints feel looser. And within months to years, your brain stays sharper, your heart grows stronger, and your odds quietly improve. The smallest habit, repeated daily, quietly compounds into the biggest changes of all. Which brings us to the question everyone asks. How many steps do you actually need? For years, the magic number was 10,000. But that figure came from a 1960s Japanese marketing slogan. It was never based on science. It just sounded round, and it stuck for 60 years. Then in 2025, a huge review of 57 studies finally found the real sweet spot. The answer was about 7,000 steps a day, and the numbers behind it are genuinely stunning. At 7,000 steps a day, the risk of early death dropped by nearly half. Dementia risk fell by 38%. Heart disease by 25%, type 2 diabetes by 14%. This sounds made up, but it is straight from a major 2025 review in a respected medical journal, and the best part, going from 0 to 7,000 gives you almost all the benefit. 10,000 steps adds only a tiny bit more. So that giant number you were chasing was never the point. You do not need to be perfect, you just need to start. So let's go back to where we started, to that plain, boring walk across the room. It never felt like much, but you now know what was really firing underneath each of those steps. Your brain was growing, your pressure was easing, your sugar was settling, your joints were drinking in fresh fuel, your gut was flowing, your mood was lifting, and the most dangerous fat in your body was quietly burning away. 7 levels of change, all from the one thing your body was built to do above almost everything else: walk. There is no pill that does all of this at once, no surgery, no gadget, just you and the ground under your feet. For thousands of years, humans walked everywhere. Your body still expects it. It still rewards it every single time. So tonight, do not sit back down right away. Stand up. Take a slow lap. Give your quiet body the one gift it never asks for. You were not built to sit still. You were built to move. And next time, I will show you what deep sleep secretly does to repair every system we just walked through.